Good morning, this is Nick from Prestman Auto doing a video walkthrough of our 2023 Subaru Outback Wilderness. So what I'm going to do is we're going to walk all the way around, we're going to check for any dents, scratches, any kind of blemishes on the outside. Then we're going to go inside, go over some of the features, just to make sure everything's working properly. And then finally, just for good measure, we'll pop the hood and evaluate just a little bit of the engine bay. So for the sake of this video, there's some construction going out here on the main road, so forgive the background noise. But as far as the vehicle goes, first impressions are awfully good. Very, very nice. Normally you'd expect to see a little bit of rock chipping up here in the front, just because that's usually where rock chips are, but I'm not seeing anything at all. So let's start going around and see if there is anything that we can find. So tires on here are in fantastic condition. Not a big surprise because it doesn't have a lot of miles on it, but nonetheless, good to know. Very, very good stuff. So if I do see anything in the outside, I'll be sure to stop, zoom in, make sure you get a good visual. For example, it looks like down here you have a very small scuff. It's not really a scratch. My finger's not catching it. I'd say it's just more of a scuff. Honestly, you could probably just buff it out. But good to know nonetheless. Good to know, good to know. All right, so my manager was actually demoing this one. I'll try and keep his plate not too much in view, but yeah, if the managers are demoing a car, that's always a good sign that it's a nice car. I have to be totally honest with you. So he brought it home last night and he took it home today just because they'll every now and then drive a car just for fun. Let's keep going around. All right, as far as the exterior goes, I give it a clean 9.5 out of 10. This thing looks really, really nice. It needs a bath, but we can do that for you. That's not a problem. So let's hop inside and check out some of the interior real quick. All right, so first things first, we're gonna turn it on. But all right, there you go. Sorry, I caught getting a phone call, so the audio was probably cutting out. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is we're going to turn it on, and when I do, I'm going to leave the camera up here on the dash, so that way if there's any kind of lights or anything weird popping up, you'll be the first to know. So let's check it out. All right. Looks like the tire pressure is a little bit low, which is not a big surprise since it keeps snowing here, which is just the best. But again, not hard to fix. Other than that, everything looks pretty solid. So as far as the interior goes, there's a lot of features. So I'm gonna go a little bit fast just so this video is not an hour long, but we will press all the buttons real quick. So some of the basic stuff: windows roll down, windows roll up, windows roll down and up. There you go. Mirrors working great. Working great. Cool. So on the inside, you're gonna have your heated seats as well as your AC, which we'll double check that it's working correctly. Beautiful, beautiful, and that does blow cold, so in case you're wondering, it works great. That's awesome. As far as driving features, you have a plethora of driving features on this one. You got your X mode, which is great for off-roading, or if you're just needing to get over a certain hump a little bit more. You should have adaptive cruise control, auto stop start system, and on and on and on. You got pre-collision braking, lane departure, so you're kind of decked out. As far as other basic features, let's make sure the radio's working. Oops, let's turn on the radio. Yeah, you have very good speaker system, so that's good. You're also gonna have your plugins down here, as well as a little bit of extra space in here. You have your cameras, which are pretty cool. Got a button down here to toggle it on and off. Up here's where you're gonna have a little bit more of your controls. Like I said, this is gonna be your adaptive. You also have your paddle shifters, which are really freaking fun, as well as some other basic stuff for your trunk and whatnot. Up top, you are going to have a sunroof, which, okay, here's the thing. I'll be totally honest with you. A sunroof is not that useful. Like, the days where you need a sunroof are far and in between. but they're so cool. I really, really like sunroofs. I think they're just a ton of fun to have. So as far as interior quality goes, it looks phenomenal. There's no rips, no tears, no stains, no really anything at all. So you got the Wilderness logo, which is also cool, but quality wise, very, very nice. Same story for the back seat. Really, really, really good condition. So that's very cool. So anyway, we can go over features all day, but for the sake of time, we'll probably call it there. Let's pop the hood. We'll evaluate a little bit in the engine bay, and then that should be good for our video. There we go. Right. So I don't know how mechanically inclined you are or aren't, but regardless, you should always look under the hood of any vehicle you're looking to buy. The reason being, even if you don't know a lot about cars, you do know what neglect looks like. So if there's like acid buildup, there's a bunch of green crud around the battery, or if all the metal pieces are brown and covered in rust, and there's like spider webs and junk on it, then, you know, maybe you should ask some more questions at that point. That being said, this looks extremely good. There's really not even dust on it. So if you aren't mechanically inclined, we can go into a little bit more detail, but we'll keep this video pretty user-friendly. And to be totally honest, if you pop the hood of an engine bay, this is exactly what you want to see. This looks awesome. So if you have any other questions or there's anything else you would like to see, just let me know. I'm happy to show you anything on here. But for now, this is your new Outback.